Mercedes has dropped a game-changing innovation that could shake up the future of the auto industry. And no, it's not just a fancy new engine. This is a bold move that takes aim at electric vehicles, offering incredible range, unmatched durability, and impressive sustainability. Could this innovation turn the EV market on its head? Is this the big comeback for combustion tech, or are we witnessing the dawn of something completely new? Let's dive in and see how Mercedes is rewriting the rules. Yep, Mercedes has done it again. They've stunned the auto world with a groundbreaking engine that might just redefine what we know about cars. The spotlight is on their revolutionary axial flux motor, a huge leap forward in EV tech. These motors, designed and built entirely in-house starting this year, promise next-level performance and efficiency for their upcoming electric and hybrid models. This new tech is set to change how Mercedes builds electric cars. The motors, which will power high-performance models like AMG vehicles, are not only more powerful, but also far more efficient. To make sure everything runs smoothly, Mercedes is producing these motors at their Berlin plant, keeping every part of the electric powertrain, motor, battery, and electronics, under their watchful eye. This all-in-one approach is aimed at making their EVs more reliable and affordable, while pushing their electric game to the next level. Mercedes is going all in on their electric strategy, with plans for half of their cars to be fully electric or hybrids by next year. The shift to in-house production is a key step toward making that vision a reality. Mercedes is making big waves in the EV game, and their latest move proves they're serious about staying ahead of the curve. By producing these advanced axial motors in-house, they're cutting back on outside suppliers and doubling down on vertical integration. It's a bold step that positions them as a key player in the fast-moving EV market. These next-gen motors are designed to power more capable hybrids and ultra-efficient EVs, paving the way for a whole new era of electric mobility. So, what makes these motors such a big deal? It's not just about raw power, it's about smart engineering. Early reports hint that Mercedes has used cutting-edge materials and innovative design to create something that's lighter, more efficient, and seriously high-performing. Imagine an engine that gets better mileage, lasts longer, and keeps emissions and costs down. That's what Mercedes has pulled off by combining their classic engineering expertise with forward-thinking ideas. And the result is pretty incredible. But what's really exciting is the timing of this announcement. With electric vehicles dominating the spotlight, Mercedes has gone in a bold new direction. They're hinting that this engine could beat even the best EVs when it comes to range and reliability. While EVs depend on a solid charging network, this new engine could give drivers the freedom to go farther without worrying about finding a plug. It's a fresh take that offers both convenience and independence. This move shows just how determined Mercedes is to shape the future of cars. They've always been known for pushing the limits of what's possible, and this engine is no exception. It's more than just an improvement, it's a challenge to the status quo. By creating an engine that's this innovative, Mercedes could force the entire industry to step up, developing faster, cleaner, and more versatile tech to keep up. This isn't just a game changer, it's a wake-up call for the whole auto world. For drivers, this new Mercedes engine could be a game changer. Imagine a car that's powerful, efficient, affordable, and reliable, things we've all wanted in a vehicle. With this innovation, Mercedes might just make that dream a reality. It could mean lower running costs for drivers while offering a better, smoother experience on the road. Mercedes is setting a new standard, and it's one that other brands may find hard to match. What's really mind-blowing, though, is the advanced tech behind it. This isn't your typical combustion engine or even the kind of electric motor we're used to. It's something completely different, designed to outperform both traditional engines and today's electric vehicles. So, what makes it so special? Let's break it down. At the heart of this breakthrough is the axial flux motor. And no, we're not overhyping it. This type of motor is a major upgrade compared to the radial flux motors used in most cars today, including many EVs. Axial flux motors are more compact, more efficient, and lighter, which gives them a serious edge in performance and reliability. Mercedes has fine-tuned their design to generate more power with less energy, making them perfect for both electric and hybrid vehicles. Here's a simple way to picture it. Think about a fan. A traditional radial fan spins in a circle, like the radial motors we've used for years. But an axial fan moves air in a straight line with less resistance, making it more efficient. Axial flux motors work in a similar way, with a more direct energy conversion process. This design means less wasted energy, allowing them to be smaller and lighter while still delivering high performance. Cars using these motors can stay fast and agile without sacrificing power. One of the biggest wins here is efficiency. Traditional engines, whether they run on gas or electricity, lose a lot of energy to heat and friction. But these axial flux motors minimize those losses, converting more energy directly into motion. The result? Cars that can travel farther on a single charge or tank of fuel. For drivers, this means fewer stops to refuel or recharge, solving one of the biggest headaches of owning an EV: range anxiety. With these motors, electric and hybrid cars become much more practical for long trips, making them feel as convenient as gas-powered vehicles. This is a huge leap forward in making cars more sustainable and driver-friendly. It's not just about making EVs better, it's about reimagining what's possible for the future of all cars. But that's not all. Mercedes has taken things up a notch by optimizing the battery system to perfectly complement these advanced motors. This combination boosts the engine's efficiency, delivering impressive range without sacrificing speed or power. It's not just about squeezing out more miles, it's about using less energy overall, which makes the car more eco-friendly and cost-effective. And if you think that's impressive, wait until you hear about the durability of these new motors. Unlike traditional engines that wear down over time due to heat and friction, the axial flux motors are built to last. With fewer moving parts and smarter heat management, they're designed to keep performing at their best for much longer. Mercedes has rigorously tested these engines in extreme conditions, and the results show they can handle both scorching heat and freezing cold without breaking a sweat. This means drivers can count on consistent performance no matter the weather, something many EVs still struggle with today, as their range and power often drop in extreme temperatures. By improving both the motor and its supporting systems, Mercedes has created an engine that doesn't just pack a punch, it stays reliable and efficient over the long haul. This isn't just a win for car owners who won't have to deal with frequent repairs or replacements, but also for the planet. A longer-lasting engine means fewer materials used for replacements and less waste, making this a step toward more sustainable driving. Now let's talk about what really sets this engine apart: its bold challenge to electric vehicles. While EVs have been praised as the future of transportation, they still face hurdles like limited charging infrastructure, battery degradation over time, and long charging waits. Mercedes' new engine is stepping into the ring to address these pain points head-on. Mercedes' new engine could tackle many of the challenges facing electric vehicles today, potentially outperforming them in both performance and convenience. For starters, the engine's higher power-to-weight ratio offers more power without piling on extra weight. This means faster cars, better handling, and quicker acceleration, all without the bulky battery packs common in current EVs. By making the design lighter and more efficient, Mercedes is paving the way for vehicles that are not only greener but also more dynamic and fun to drive. Where this engine really stands out, though, is in long-distance performance. Electric cars depend heavily on charging infrastructure, and finding a station, especially in less developed areas, can be a hassle. What if that worry disappeared? Mercedes' engine promises a practical alternative. Drivers could skip the long waits at charging stations and enjoy the confidence of a reliable engine built for extended road trips. This alone addresses one of the biggest drawbacks of today's EVs, making the technology even more appealing for everyday use. By embracing this innovative approach, Mercedes isn't just following industry trends, they're setting entirely new ones. This engine isn't just about building another car, it's about rethinking what a car can be. Mercedes is positioning itself as a leader in sustainable, high-performance transportation, creating a solution that benefits both the environment and drivers. Improved fuel efficiency and lower emissions make it eco-friendly, while the enhanced driving experience ensures it's practical, enjoyable, and cost-effective. This technology could redefine the future of transportation. By blending the strengths of internal combustion, hybrid, and electric systems, Mercedes is creating a new breed of vehicle that's cleaner, more efficient, and more affordable. It's about more than just getting from point A to point B. It's about revolutionizing how we think about cars and their impact on the planet and our daily lives. As Mercedes leads this charge, the future of driving might look very different from what we know today. Their axial flux engine is undeniably a game changer. But will it spell the end of the EV dominance we've seen grow over the past decade? Or could it inspire even greater innovation? The electric vehicle revolution has been unstoppable so far, driven by global efforts to cut carbon emissions and the growing demand for sustainable transportation. This new technology might not stop that momentum, but it could definitely shake things up, forcing the industry to rethink and evolve once again. Electric motors have earned their reputation for quiet, powerful performance, making them the go-to option for automakers and buyers looking for greener alternatives to traditional engines. However, while EVs are celebrated for being environmentally friendly, they still face hurdles like high production costs, limited charging infrastructure, battery range concerns, and long charging times. Mercedes's new axial flux motor could flip these challenges on their head. This engine is compact, highly efficient, and boasts a better power-to-weight ratio than most traditional motors, making it a game-changer for both electric and hybrid vehicles. By delivering impressive performance without the need for massive, heavy batteries, it could make cars lighter, more powerful, and cheaper to produce, without sacrificing range or efficiency. Essentially, it's a cleaner, smarter solution that isn't limited to fully electric vehicles. Could this technology slow down the EV revolution? Possibly, but not in the way you might think. The axial flux motor doesn't directly compete with EVs, but instead offers a versatile alternative. It makes hybrid cars much more appealing, striking a balance between electric power and combustion engines. For drivers hesitant to fully embrace EVs, a hybrid with this advanced engine could be the perfect middle ground, potentially slowing the growth of the fully electric market. That said, this technology might actually drive innovation in electric mobility rather than hinder it. The efficiency and lower production costs of Mercedes motor could lead to more affordable EVs with better range and performance. Other manufacturers could adopt the engine's design to improve their electric models, pushing the boundaries of what EVs can offer. Instead of ending the dominance of EVs, this engine could inspire a wave of advancements, encouraging automakers to rethink how electric and traditional technologies can work together. The result? A future where hybrids, ultra-efficient EVs, and better infrastructure coexist. The lighter, more efficient design of this motor could also spark breakthroughs in battery technology. With improved motors, the focus may shift toward creating batteries with greater performance and faster charging times. In this way, Mercedes's innovation doesn't just bridge the gap, it accelerates progress toward a cleaner, greener future for all vehicles. As we continue to see exciting new developments in electric motors and battery technology, the future of the automotive industry looks incredibly promising. The real question isn't whether electric vehicles, EVs, will dominate, but rather how innovation will shape the next generation of sustainable cars. Toyota, known as the world's largest automaker, has long been a leader in the car industry. With a diverse range of vehicles, including cars, minivans, SUVs, trucks, and luxury models, Toyota has firmly established itself as a global powerhouse. The company produces around 10 million vehicles annually and has hit over 300 million cars worldwide, making it the biggest car manufacturer on the planet. These are impressive figures that other brands look up to. But despite these achievements, Toyota is feeling the heat from the rise of EV technology. Why? The answer is straightforward. Consumers love what's cost-effective and simple, and they want to spend less money in the long run. Buying a car comes with a variety of expenses like fuel, maintenance, and replacing parts. But one of the biggest ongoing costs that car owners face is fuel. Refueling is essential to keep your car running. But the price of fuel varies widely depending on where you live. In some places, it might be affordable, but in others, it can be quite expensive. This constant fuel expenditure has made many Toyota customers look for a cheaper, more sustainable way to get around. As a result, electric vehicles have become an attractive option. The idea of cutting fuel costs has led many people to consider EVs as a more economical alternative. The history of electric cars dates back to 1901 when Ferdinand Porsche first designed an electric vehicle. And since then, various brands have continued to innovate, making EVs more accessible and cost-effective. With electric cars offering a way to significantly cut down on running costs, they are quickly becoming a preferred choice for consumers looking for lower-cost transportation. As EVs improve and become even more affordable, they are putting pressure on traditional car manufacturers like Toyota to adapt or risk being left behind. When it comes to the rise of electric vehicles, EVs, in the car market, Toyota's CEO has shared his thoughts on the reinvention of the industry. He believes that no matter how much the auto industry evolves, EVs will never account for more than 30% of the global car market. According to him, Toyota's strategy focuses on a diverse approach to reduce emissions, incorporating not only battery electric vehicles, BEVs, but also cars with internal combustion engines, ICE, hybrids, and hydrogen-powered drivetrains. He predicts that these other models will make up the remaining 70% of the market. Although Toyota initially placed its bets on hybrid technology, it's now considering a move into fully electric cars as innovation continues to push the industry forward. However, the company remains focused on perfecting hybrid technology first, while also laying the groundwork to expand its electric vehicle ambitions. One of the company's big developments is in hydrogen engine technology, which it believes could revolutionize the automotive landscape and help it reclaim its leadership position in the market. In 2023, Toyota had a record-breaking year, producing 11.2 million vehicles in total, which included both traditional engine cars and some of its newer EV models. While electric cars did contribute to this record, they weren't the driving force behind it. Out of the total vehicles produced and sold by Toyota last year, only about 104,000 were electric, just around 0.9% of the total. This number reflects the company's CEO's ongoing belief that there is still a stronger demand for traditional engines compared to electric ones. As hybrid cars make a resurgence with their sales picking up while all-electric car sales slow down, Toyota is continuing to focus on these types of models. In fact, the company is not placing heavy emphasis on electric cars in its production plans, instead choosing to explore hydrogen engines. Meanwhile, many other car makers like Jaguar, Chrysler, Aston Martin, Rolls-Royce, Maserati, Opel, and Volvo have all committed to going fully electric by the end of the decade, with some even planning to stop producing combustion engine cars altogether. Toyota's luxury brand, Lexus, has also promised to stop selling combustion engine vehicles by 2035, marking a bold step toward a future of cleaner transportation. In short, Toyota is taking a different approach to the electric revolution, focusing more on hybrid and hydrogen technologies, while others embrace full electrification. The future of the automotive market is evolving, and Toyota's strategy could be key in shaping the next chapter. Let's dive into the latest updates about Lexus and Toyota's position on electric vehicles, EVs. While some major car makers, like Mercedes, have committed to going fully electric in Europe by 2030, but only if the market conditions are right, others like Audi are set to stop producing combustion engine cars by 2032, and Volkswagen plans to go all-electric by 2033. This raises an interesting question. If these big players are embracing the shift to electric, why is Toyota holding back? Lexus, Toyota's luxury brand, is particularly noteworthy in this discussion. Despite the wave of automakers jumping on the EV bandwagon, Toyota has not yet fully committed to making the switch to electric. One of Toyota's main reasons for hesitation is the current limitations of charging infrastructure, especially in many parts of the world. Toyota's CEO, Akio Toyoda, has pointed out that the transition to battery electric vehicles, BEVs, is just one of many solutions to achieving global carbon neutrality. However, he believes the lack of universal access to reliable electricity is a major hurdle, with around 1 billion people globally lacking constant access to power, a key requirement for charging EVs. For Toyota, which has a strong presence in markets where electric infrastructure is not as developed, shifting entirely to electric vehicles might not be the best move. Instead, Toyota is betting on hydrogen-powered cars, believing that this technology could offer a more practical and globally viable solution. While hydrogen engines are not yet mainstream, Toyota sees them as a future-proof option that could provide greater value, reduce environmental impact, and still offer a competitive edge in the market. Now let's take a closer look at how Toyota's hydrogen engine works and why the company is so invested in it. Unlike traditional hydrogen vehicles that rely on large, high-pressure storage tanks, Toyota's hydrogen engine uses a more compact system. It's based on a process called electrolysis, which takes water and splits it into hydrogen and oxygen. This reaction happens in real time, using electrodes to separate the water into its basic components when exposed to a higher voltage. The hydrogen and oxygen elements then combine to create a self-sustaining cycle, which powers the engine. The key advantage of Toyota's hydrogen engine is its potential to work with existing combustion engine vehicles. Instead of building entirely new electric cars from the ground up, Toyota is exploring the idea of converting traditional combustion engine cars to run on hydrogen fuel. This approach could offer a more seamless and sustainable transition, especially in regions where hydrogen infrastructure is easier to deploy than EV charging stations. So, while the world is increasingly looking toward electric vehicles, Toyota is staying true to its belief that hydrogen could be the better alternative. They are focusing on a more sustainable, efficient, and versatile future that may involve converting existing cars to hydrogen-powered models, rather than completely abandoning combustion engines in favor of electric. This shift could ultimately reshape the automotive industry, as Toyota pushes for a cleaner, greener alternative without the need to rely on massive amounts of new battery production. Toyota's innovation with hydrogen engines offers a unique and potentially transformative solution to the challenges of traditional combustion engines and electric vehicles, EVs. Here's how it works. Hydrogen is isolated and directed into combustion chambers where it ignites, much like natural gas does in conventional engines. This combustion process releases near-zero emissions, a feature that even the most advanced electric engines and vehicles have not yet fully achieved. The emissions produced by the hydrogen engine are essentially just water vapor, making it an environmentally friendly option. However, it's important to note that the air also contains nitrogen, which can form nitrogen oxides and NOx during combustion, although Toyota's technology likely minimizes this issue. This hydrogen engine sidesteps the environmental challenges that come with the production of electric vehicle batteries, such as the extraction of rare earth metals and the need for oil in traditional engines. This distinction is significant as it eliminates some of the ecological costs associated with current EV production methods, making the hydrogen-powered engine a potential game-changer. Another standout feature of this engine is its user-friendliness. Vehicles powered by Toyota's hydrogen engine can be refueled using distilled water, which is widely available and inexpensive. This is in stark contrast to the logistical complexity of charging EVs, or even refueling traditional hydrogen-powered cars, which require specialized refueling stations and high-pressure tanks. The ability to use distilled water as fuel makes it much easier to access and store compared to hydrogen, which must be contained under high pressure and requires specific storage conditions to prevent leaks. Furthermore, storing water is far simpler and cheaper than storing hydrogen. While hydrogen storage requires highly monitored and reinforced tanks to prevent leaks and maintain pressure, water can be stored in any plastic container, making it significantly more practical and cost-effective. The ability to produce distilled water at home with basic chemistry further enhances the convenience of this hydrogen engine. In comparison to traditional hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, FCVs, and battery-powered electric vehicles, Toyota's water-powered engine presents several advantages. Its simplicity in both fuel sourcing and storage, combined with the near-zero emissions it produces during operation, makes it a highly attractive option for those seeking eco-friendly and practical transportation solutions. Additionally, the logistics of refueling and storing water are far less complicated, offering a more feasible alternative to current energy storage and distribution methods for both hydrogen and electric vehicles. All in all, Toyota's hydrogen engine represents a potentially revolutionary leap in the automotive industry, offering a cleaner, simpler, and more convenient alternative to both traditional combustion engines and electric vehicles. The costliness of storing and producing hydrogen has historically impeded its widespread adoption as a long-term fuel alternative. These challenges have driven up consumer prices, making hydrogen-powered vehicles less viable for many. However, Toyota's water-powered hydrogen engine represents a breakthrough that could change this dynamic, offering a more practical and affordable alternative to traditional gasoline and electric vehicles. Despite initial perceptions that water engines might be impractical or underpowered, Toyota's innovation demonstrates that these engines can not only be practical, but can also rival or even surpass the performance of conventional gasoline engines. One of the standout features of the hydrogen-powered engine is its ability to generate up to 3 times the energy compared to gasoline engines. This is due to the unique properties of hydrogen as a fuel. When hydrogen burns, it combusts much faster than gasoline, which leads to rapid combustion and provides quick, powerful acceleration, a key feature for driving performance. As a result, the engine delivers the kind of immediate throttle response, power, and distinctive engine sound that drivers expect from traditional gasoline engines. Moreover, Toyota's new hydrogen engine is capable of matching or even exceeding the endurance, speed, and agility of traditional gasoline engines, including those used in racing cars. The company has conducted rigorous testing to ensure that its hydrogen-powered engine performs well under various conditions, from daily driving to high-performance racing. These tests have demonstrated that the hydrogen engine can compete with the power and dynamics of conventional engines while utilizing a cleaner, more sustainable fuel source. In terms of energy output, the hydrogen-powered engine is particularly impressive. A liter of water can generate around 90 to 96 megajoules of energy, while a liter of gasoline only produces about 29 megajoules. This significant difference highlights the immense potential of water as a fuel source, which could dramatically alter the landscape of the automotive industry. The versatility of the water-powered hydrogen engine is another key advantage. It allows Toyota to maintain the familiar driving experience that traditional combustion engine users enjoy, while offering a cleaner and more eco-friendly fuel source. Whether for everyday driving or high-speed performance, Toyota's hydrogen engine offers the same thrill and power that drivers have come to expect, without the environmental cost of traditional fuels. Overall, Toyota's hydrogen-powered engine could be a revolutionary development in the automotive world. By overcoming the logistical challenges of hydrogen storage and refueling, and by harnessing the potent energy potential of water, this new engine could reshape the future of transportation, offering a powerful, efficient, and sustainable alternative to both gasoline and electric vehicles. With these advances, Toyota is poised to make a significant impact in the industry, offering a cleaner, more efficient option for drivers worldwide. Hydrogen-powered engines offer significant environmental benefits compared to traditional internal combustion engines, ICEs, and even electric vehicles, EVs. One of the most important aspects of this new technology is the reduction in harmful emissions. Unlike traditional gasoline or diesel engines, which emit large amounts of toxic gases, most notably carbon dioxide, CO2, hydrogen engines only produce water vapor as a byproduct. This means they emit virtually no harmful pollutants, making them a much cleaner alternative for the environment. This reduction in CO2 emissions could play a pivotal role in combating climate change and improving air quality, especially in urban areas where pollution is a growing concern. Beyond the direct emissions of the engine, hydrogen-powered vehicles also eliminate the need for fossil fuels in their operation. Unlike EVs, which are often charged through electric grids powered by a mix of energy sources, many of which still rely on fossil fuels, hydrogen engines do not contribute to the use of fossil fuels for energy production. This gives them an edge in terms of sustainability, especially in regions where electricity generation relies heavily on coal or natural gas. Another environmental benefit is the efficiency of hydrogen production itself. Unlike traditional hydrogen vehicles that require complex and costly processes to produce and store hydrogen, the water-powered hydrogen engine developed by Toyota uses a more straightforward method. It generates hydrogen on demand by splitting water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen through a process known as electrolysis. This process is more cost-effective than traditional hydrogen production methods, which often involve high-pressure storage tanks and energy-intensive processes. From a consumer perspective, the water-powered hydrogen engine offers several advantages. For one, water is an abundant and inexpensive resource compared to gasoline or even hydrogen fuel. A car powered by water is much more affordable to refuel than traditional combustion engine cars, which rely on increasingly expensive fuel. Moreover, because the hydrogen engine doesn't require complex charging infrastructure like EVs, it could be more accessible and cost-effective for people in areas with limited access to charging stations or hydrogen fueling stations. Refueling a hydrogen-powered car with distilled water can be done in minutes, offering a level of convenience that gasoline and EVs cannot match. However, while the technology is promising, there are challenges to be addressed. Many skeptics question whether water-powered engines can be scaled up for widespread use, and there are still improvements needed to make these engines reliable and efficient enough for all types of vehicles, especially in larger-scale applications. Additionally, some environmentalists caution that the process of extracting the water and converting it into hydrogen, while less energy-intensive than current methods, still requires energy, which may come from non-renewable sources. That said, Toyota's focus on eco-friendly technologies with its water-powered hydrogen engine presents a potentially game-changing development for the automotive industry. If these challenges can be overcome, hydrogen-powered engines could revolutionize the market, offering an environmentally friendly alternative to both gasoline and electric vehicles. This would not only reduce global carbon emissions, but also make sustainable transportation more accessible to the masses, regardless of geographic location or income. As Toyota continues to refine this technology, it may pave the way for a future where cars are both powerful and environmentally friendly, helping to reduce the automotive sector's carbon footprint while providing a more affordable and convenient option for consumers. The development of hydrogen-powered engines, particularly Toyota's water-powered hydrogen engine, represents a significant step forward in automotive technology, offering a promising solution to reduce emissions and reliance on fossil fuels. These engines produce zero emissions during operation, releasing only water vapor, making them much cleaner than traditional internal combustion engines, which emit harmful gases like carbon dioxide, CO2, contributing to global warming. The hydrogen engine's environmental advantages are clear. It utilizes hydrogen fuel, which when combined with oxygen during combustion forms water, H2O, a non-polluting byproduct. Additionally, hydrogen has a high energy density, meaning it can store a large amount of energy in a compact space. This makes hydrogen an efficient fuel source. Furthermore, hydrogen can be produced from renewable resources such as solar, wind, or hydropower, enhancing its sustainability and eco-friendliness. However, hydrogen technology is not without its challenges. Hydrogen itself is highly flammable, which presents significant safety concerns. The handling and storage of hydrogen requires special precautions due to its volatility. To address these risks, companies like Toyota are working on advanced safety measures, including the development of secure containers designed for safe hydrogen storage. While hydrogen-powered engines hold great potential, several hurdles remain before they can be widely adopted. One of the primary challenges is infrastructure. Hydrogen fueling stations are still limited in many regions, making it difficult for drivers to find refueling stations. Additionally, the cost of producing, storing, and transporting hydrogen can be prohibitive, which could drive up the overall cost of hydrogen vehicles. Despite these challenges, the benefits of hydrogen-powered engines, including their low emissions and renewable energy compatibility, make them an appealing alternative to both gasoline and electric vehicles. As for the safety concerns, careful engineering and safety protocols are essential to ensure the safe use of hydrogen fuel. Companies like Toyota are prioritizing these concerns, ensuring that hydrogen storage containers are designed to withstand the potential risks associated with handling such a flammable substance. In conclusion, while hydrogen engines represent a revolutionary step in clean automotive technology, they are still in the early stages of development and adoption. The road ahead involves overcoming infrastructure limitations, production costs, and safety concerns. However, the potential environmental benefits and sustainability of hydrogen as a fuel source make it a promising alternative to traditional gasoline engines and electric vehicles. As technology advances and safety standards are met, hydrogen-powered vehicles could play a significant role in the future of clean transportation.